Let's talk about an ancient tool, but not one for navigating the oceans or charting the stars. No, this one is for a journey that's way more complex, the journey within. We're going to take a look at the compass, not as just some drafting instrument, but as a really profound guide to self-discipline.
So let's start by taking a familiar object, something you've probably seen 1,000 times, and uncover the incredible teacher of philosophy and character that's been hiding in its design all along.
At its most basic level, the compass is a builder's instrument. Its purpose seems pretty straightforward, right? It draws perfect circles, it measures distances with amazing precision, and it helps define the boundaries for a building. Its whole job is to create order out of chaos.
But let's go a little deeper. What if its true purpose was never about shaping stone or wood? What if it was about shaping something far more permanent? Your own character. What if this simple little tool actually held the blueprint for building you?
And this is where it all clicks. In traditions like Freemasonry, the practical use gets a symbolic meaning. So drawing circles suddenly becomes defining your limits. Measuring distance isn't just about feet and inches anymore, it's about acting with justice. And defining boundaries gets elevated to the big one, learning to govern yourself. It's a straight line from everyday work to real inner mastery.
All of this symbolism leads us to a core instruction, almost like a golden rule that unlocks the compass as a real, practical guide for your life. This is where the abstract ideas get really down to earth. This right here is the central lesson. To circumscribe, it literally just means to draw a circle around something. So the compass is teaching you to consciously draw a boundary around your own impulses, your passions, your ego. And look, this isn't about crushing your desires. It's about creating a defined, harmonious space for you to actually live and thrive. So here's the most important part of this whole metaphor. You are the center of your own circle. That radius, that's how far you let your ambitions and your passions reach out into the world. And the circumference? Well, that's the ethical boundary, the line in the sand that you draw for yourself. You are both the anchor point and the architect of your own life. But here's the thing, the compass is hardly ever seen by itself. It has a partner, a square. And when you put them together, they tell a much deeper story about human development. The story of this great duality that exists inside every single one of us. Think of it like this. The square represents your tangible life, your actions out there in the material world, your physical body, your day-to-day moral choices. The compass, on the other hand, represents your inner world, your soul, your intentions, your spiritual life. One is about how you act, and the other is about why you act. Now, this is just a brilliant illustration of a path of personal growth. You start out by focusing on your actions. The square is on top. Then you move to a stage where you're trying to find balance between the two. But the ultimate goal, the point of mastery, is when your inner spiritual compass is the one that guides all of your outer material actions. Your spirit learns to guide your hand. And listen, this isn't just some ancient symbolic system for a secret society. It's a really clear 3-stage map that any of us can use to understand our own personal journey towards self-discipline. Think about this for yourself for a second. Stage 1 is where your desires just run wild, with no boundaries. In stage 2, you start to get it. You become aware of consequences, and you begin to practice some self-control. But stage 3, that's true mastery. That's when you consciously and harmoniously control both your inner and outer worlds. So you have to ask yourself, which stage of this journey are you on right now? Okay, so now we've arrived at what is probably the most profound and most important teaching of the compass. Understanding the source, the point from which all your circles, all your boundaries are drawn. It's a simple law of geometry, but it's also a fundamental law of life. Every perfect circle needs a steady, unmoving center point. If that center wobbles even a little bit, the circle gets all distorted. Well, your life is exactly the same. So what is this center point? Well, it's your truest self. You can call it an inner temple, your authentic core, a divine spark, whatever works for you. It's that unwavering source of your own inner governance. If that center is stable and calm, the life you build around it is going to be harmonious. But if it's unstable, your world is going to become distorted and chaotic. It's that simple. And look, this isn't just ancient mysticism. This is a timeless framework for things we talk about all the time today. Self-awareness and personal responsibility. The principles are exactly the same, taking ownership of the world you create, starting from the inside out. So here it is, the ultimate lesson. The compass isn't magic. It's a tool. It guides the hand of the builder. And in this way of thinking, the temple that's being built isn't made of stone. It's you. You are holding the tool, and you are the great work. The only question left is, what are you gonna build?